Welcome back to the channel. Today we got the Rite Ace R. We're going to put it together. I just unboxed it in the other video, so let's get to putting it together. This is going to be a really nice shotgun. This is the Max 7 camo. Again, this is the Type R. The Ace is more rounded. The Ace R is a mid-hump. So let's look at it. All right, so we're going to put it together. I'm going to take the end cap off. I'm going to take the foregrip off. Right here is for where you can add extra shells. I recommend you keep it in unless you snow goose hunting. I'm going to take the bolt out. I'm going to go ahead and put the handle in. You just push it in. There is a oval slot and there's an oval slot on the handle. If you put it in this way, the oval slot fits. If you put it in backwards, obviously it won't go down. Just push it in. So some manufacturers, you have to fight to get this in that spring. You won't have this with this particular model gun. It has two rails here. I like just to turn it sideways. It needs to go over the top of that. So if you throw it sideways and just let it ride down the rail, like that, ride down the rail, it will get in there. You don't have to be looking down in there. It just works. So with the foregrip, this is something you want to look at. It's got two little ears right here. Those ears will lock into the receiver. But you want to go ahead and put it on your barrel. With the barrel, there's a spring in there. Just put it in there. And you're going to see when it locks down, you're going to push it forward. Did you hear that click? I'll do it again. You're just going to push it that way, just a hair, and you're going to have it click. It stays in there. That makes it super easy. Again, you're going to want to leave this in there, but I'm fixing to shoot some shells here in a little bit, and I don't rightly care to have that in there. So with the charging handle here, you're going to take your barrel, you're going to put it on, kind of a little bit of an angle. There's a little hook right here on the barrel. This little hook needs to go over that charging handle. If you don't go over it, well then it's going to try to push it backwards. You don't want to do that. It just a slight angle, it goes right over it, and then you just push it together. As simple as that. So you want to go just a little bit over it, and it will lock in just like that. Put your end cap on, tighten it down, and she's ready to roll. She's locked in. So if you want it to lock in place, you're going to push this button. That will keep it open. That will load it. Again, there will be no click when you go to pull this trigger. This Inertia Plus bolt will lock every time. Some people want to come into the woods right before shooting time. They're going to put their shell in there and they're going to release it slowly. And then when they go to throw up on a bird, they get a click. Or when they're in the blind and they're bouncing it, they get a click. Not with this Inertia Plus. The Inertia Plus will lock that bolt in place regardless of how softly you do it. She's put together. It's that simple. You ready to go clean it? Make sure you got an empty gun. Take the end cap off. Pull the barrel apart. There you go. Barrel comes off with an inertia gun. There is no gas ports. It is clear, straight business. Run a bore cloth down it. The barrel's clean. Bolt comes right out. All right, one of the features with the Ace and the Ace R is this quick trigger cleaning. one button. It's a little button right beside the safety. You're going to push that button in, and the trigger assembly comes out that quick to blow it off, put a little oil on it. So what happens if you hit the trigger while you're got your trigger assembly out? No big deal. Your big firing pin, just push it back down and you're good to go. Same way, you got super easy to clean. Blow it out, clean it out. Any kind of trash you get in there, it's that easy to clean this shotgun. You're going to put this back in. It's going to go up. I like to push in my bolt release here. That just pushes that bolt release out of the way, and it locks right in. There you go. It's back in. Just like earlier, if you accidentally pull the trigger while you were doing it and you got to put the bolt back in, just take it, lock it back in. You can put your bolt back in. I like to do it a little bit sideways. It's just easier for me to do it this way, but you could do it just basically go over the top of the firing trigger and then slide it back in there. Is that easy? I like to do it this way so I can see it, and too, you know, it's moving. If I hold it like this, it just goes very smoothly, and it's in there. There you go. It's locked in place. Now, if I want this bolt to stay back here, I need to push that button in. Then I can push my bolt back. But don't hit that button with that back there. If you do, it will go launching that way. You could damage your bolt. I recommend you leave your bolt in this position. Your barrel, like I said, it's already clean. You already ran your snake through it. Take your choke out, clean behind the threads, put some lubrication on your choke so it don't freeze up. Again, to put the barrel on, you just go with a slight rise to go over that bolt handle and slide it in. She's locked. It can't be any easier than that. Put your cap back on. Call it a day. It's that simple. You want to make sure before you go hunting to make sure all the features is working. The lock. There you go. She's ready to go. Now remember, this comes with shim kits and cast kits. There's all kinds of different features you can do with that. Refer to your manual. I typically have to shim my guns. I need a little bit more length of pull, and I need a little bit of cast. If you're a bigger fellow like me, you're going to really like this Ace R. People with big necks, broad shoulders, typically like this Ace R, because when you throw it up, it's already in your face. A lot of times with the rounder receivers, especially with no shim kits, I tend to shoot a little to the left. I need a little bit of movement of the buttstock that way to accommodate my big shoulders and my fat cheeks. An easy way to do that is to put a straw on the top of your rib, tape it down, and let's say 10 yards, find you an object, make sure the gun's unloaded, throw up. If that straw is not perfectly round and you can see through it, you need to adjust your shotgun to fit you. If that straw is just a little bit sideways and you can see one side of that straw and it is not perfectly round, you need to adjust it with these shim kits. Because if you're at 10 yards and that straw is just a little bit twisted, imagine what it's going to look like at 40 and 50 and 60 yards. You may be 2 inches off at 10, 20 yards, but you're going to be a foot and a half off at 50 and 60. So look in the owner's manual. It tells you exactly how to do it. how to take it apart, how to shim it. It is on page 54 of this book. It talks about it. Each one has a letter on it. It's got all kind of letters on here. It's going to tell you how to do the drop. You can do 45 plus, 45 minus, left, right, 50, 55, 60. It's got an R and an L for left and right. You can push it away or pull it in. But again, I have not messed with any of this yet, but I'm sure I'm going to have to adjust it because I always have to adjust it for me. Most of these guns are made for an average man, and I know at 6'2", 250 pounds, I am not average. So when you get your shotgun, do the straw test, and we will do it in another video. I will place a straw on here. I will throw it up and see what it looks like, and we will go over these. But there you go. It's assembled. I mean, you can't take it apart any faster than that. This is a 3.5 inch gun. I'll show you again. Take the end cap off. Barrel slides off at an angle. If not, you're going to pull the bolt out, which isn't the end of life. It will come out, but it will fall on the floor if you don't raise your barrel up. Barrel and foregrips off. Here's your bolt. Take the trigger assembly out. It's that easy. Again, I like to hold it this way to put it in the railroad tracks, is what I call it. They look like railroad tracks. They probably have a real name. I call it the tracks, and there's the grooves. All you do, slide it in there. She's locked in there. I typically, like I said, I leave mine like that. I'm going to take my barrel. I'm going to put it in there at a small incline. Once I get it over there, I'm going to lay it flat. She's locked in. Put my cap back on. I can promise you, you cannot take a gas gun apart that quick. And tighten it down. Test your functionality. She's ready to roll. You can clean this in the field at any given time. Let's go shoot it. Oh, I'll see y'all on the next video.